So a lot of things are progressing, and I want to give you guys a quick recap and just some thoughts as we reflect on the Durham hearing this last week on Wednesday, as well as some of the other things that have come to light, and especially as more and more people ask this question about Q. Now, if you haven't researched Q, if you don't know Q, the media is obviously demonizing Q and QAnon. Q and Anon is different. Q is all of the drops, all of the 4chan and the 8kun stuff and everything that Q has said with regards to anonymity, all the drops, all of the thousands of posts that Q has ever talked about. And then the Anons are the ones that are researching. Now, if you know, you know, by this time, all these coincidences, right? The timing and everything that he's been saying is I'm not saying it's prophetic, but it's been planned. And obviously they know something in the sense that this military operation is very, very heavy. Now, this video is not to convince you of that. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're going to think what you want to think. One thing that's been true, and just going back to the Durham hearing, is that the Steele dossier, this whole hearing, right? It proved that the Steele dossier was verified to be completely unsubstantiated. So we know that. It proved that FISA and FBI fabricated evidence to begin spying. Some of the answers that Durham is giving were complete bombshells. It confirmed that the Obama administration, including Biden at the time, knew about this. The orders came from the 7th floor. Now, Q talks about the 7th floor of that building. And if you know, you know. These things are not coincidence. Confirmed that there is an appendix to the report which is still classified. And also that some things are still under seal, which could verify ongoing investigations. So even though there weren't these mass arrests just yet, it confirmed a lot of things that people already knew. Now, again, you got to realize that things have to be entered slowly into the court docket, into the public eye, and certain things are distractions. So many people saying that Durham is in some sense a public distraction for a deeper, investigation that's going on with other, attorney generals, other investigators, prosecutors, what have you. And so again, just let this play out. If anything, if you're researching and you're curious, you have to have at least come up to reading the Q posts. Now, if you're there and you're reading, a couple of opinion pieces on that, and you haven't actually read the Q, I always say to people, if they, dismiss Q, have you read it? Have you read all of the thousands of posts? Have you cross-checked and verified? Or are you just piggybacking off of other people that have said their opinion and their take on it? Or you regurgitate a couple of articles? The people this day and age, I kid you not, all they do is if they hear a headline, if they hear somebody say their opinion, that's what they anchor themselves off of, as opposed to getting to the root of the issue. We're in a time now for which you cannot just go off of people's opinions, the title of some article, and you think you know something because you're just kind of expanding on it. No, you have to do the research. You have to go deeper. You have to cross-check and verify. So I'm sitting here because I know, as I research, as I've looked at different things, I've assessed the probability, the likelihood of different things, I've come to a conclusion. God has given me peace over it, and many others. They're going to laugh at it. They're not going to believe it. But again, that's on them, between them and God. So I'm saying this now because we're in a season, we're in a time, things are progressing, right? Even though you don't have this bombshell, aha, everybody's in handcuffs type of thing, it has to play out one by one, slowly but surely. We're getting there. Be encouraged. God has this. Justice is coming. People will be vindicated. People will be taken down. And you're going to see good things happen. The best is yet to come. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.